Good afternoon. Dear Hiram College President David Haney, distinguished honoree Dr. Louis Druk, Vice Chair of the JCU Board of Trustees Portia Prebis, dear Father Lufrani, honorable trustees, Vice President Mary Merva, Dean Stefano Ardone, distinguished faculty, class of 2023, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our 50th anniversary John Cabot University Jubilee 2023 commencement ceremony. Please remain standing for an ecumenical invocation by our good Father Riccardo Lufrani.
Thank you, President. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, distinguished alumni, and friends of the John Cabot University. On this momentous occasion, as we gather together to celebrate the golden anniversary of the foundation of the John Cabot University, let us take a moment to reflect on the rich history, the incredible achievements, and unwavering dedication that have led us to this milestone. In the spirit of gratitude and admiration, let me pay homage to my brother in the Order of Preachers, Father Felix Morleon, a visionary and pioneer whose tireless efforts and unyielding commitment laid to the groundwork for the establishment of this esteemed institution. A man of great wisdom, foresight, and dedication to the service of the people, Father Morleon believed in the transformative power of education and the importance of fostering an international community of scholars. His relentless pursuit of excellence paved the way for the creation of a truly global university where students from diverse backgrounds could come together to learn, grow, and contribute to the betterment of society. As we stand at the cusp of a new era, defined by the rapid advancement in artificial intelligence and technological innovation. Can they use ChatGPT? We have a unique opportunity to leverage these breakthroughs for the greater good. In the spirit of Father Morleon's vision, let us embrace the new frontier with open minds and open hearts, striving to create a brighter future for the John Cabot University and the world at large. As we enter this new era, let us not forget the values upon which John Cabot University was founded: a commitment to academic rigor, a dedication to intellectual curiosity, and a belief in the power of collaboration. We must harness the potential of AI to further enhance our educational offerings and provide our students with the tools and resources they need to succeed in an increasingly interconnected world. In the coming 50 years and beyond, may John Cabot University continue to serve as a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity, and a testament to the indomitable spirit of human endeavor. As we move forward, let us honor the legacy of Father Morleon by remaining steadfast in our pursuit of knowledge, fostering a spirit of global citizenship, actively working towards global peace, as he did during the crisis of Cuba's missiles in the early 60s and in Europe in the 80s, and cultivating a community that embodies the highest ideals of wisdom, compassion, and empathy. Here's to the next 50 years and beyond. Long live John Cabot University. Thank you very much.
Dear class of 2023, please be seated. Now, that's probably the most important statement of the evening. Are we all comfortable? Good. Let me start my remarks by bringing to you the warmest congratulations and good wishes of our chairman of the board, Sal Salibello, who could not be with us today, but who has a unique passion for this university. Dear class of 2023, it is with great joy and pride that we celebrate you and congratulate you for your achievement on this joyous day, marking your graduation from John Cabot University. This is a special, unique occasion, a Jubilee commencement, as together with you, we are also celebrating the 50th anniversary of our beloved university. Indeed, 50 years ago, the John Cabot International College opened its doors in a small building near Via Nomentana on the outskirts of Rome to 31 intrepid students, thanks to the committed vision and of its inspired founders, and with the academic support of Hiram College of Ohio, whose president we are so happy to honor today. We began. From its founding, two things characterized the college. The first was its tiny size. The second was the outstanding spirit of intellectual exploration and debate that characterize its faculty and students. A true academic pot-au-feu, where ideas were explored and debated well into the evening. As many alumni of those years have told me, their time at John Cabot was the most important formative period of their lives. Since those early years, building on the foundation of its international scholarly spirit, thanks to the love and dedication of all its stakeholders, brick after brick, a first-class American liberal arts university was built, whose reputation and prestige travels around the world. The steady growth of our outstanding academic programs, the expanding exceptional faculty and dedicated staff, the continuous and steady expansion of our campuses and residences in the very heart of the marvelous Eternal City, the many accreditations and recognitions, the spectacular success of our graduates in graduate programs and in their careers, the special care for our students, all have made JCU, in the words of many external observers, on the very top, one of the very top American universities in Europe. And those 31 students have grown 50 times in 50 years to 1,700 students. The secret of this 50-year story can be summarized in two words: persistence and resilience. And these are the words, these are the qualities that also resonate loudly with this outstanding graduating class. Most of you have started your university studies right on the eve or right after the start of the most challenging period humanity has faced in decades. You were hit head-on by a global pandemic, which overnight changed all our habits and defeated the very purpose of university studies, i.e., studying and working in a community. You found yourself isolated in your room for a period, not being able to even take a walk, unless obviously you could borrow a dog to walk around. You persisted. You were resilient. You went online and kept going, and then went hybrid and kept going, keeping your friendships and ties in this Stranger Things type of world we suddenly all found ourselves in. You never wavered, and you never lost sight of the goal ahead of you. You showed your mettle. But COVID-19 is only one of the main changes that have taken place during your years at JCU. In fact, as we watch with grief and disbelief, a destructive and senseless war continues to rage in Europe, of the kind we thought we would never see again after last century's mad destruction of our continent. Once again, Europe sees hundreds of thousands of victims and millions of refugees, while a country is leveled and the fears of nuclear powers confrontation start raising their ugly heads. In parallel, we see a growing economic great power rivalry between US and China that threatens a global order, with the risk of new separate economic blocs being formed, which will have real financial implications and that will challenge the values of liberal democracies and human rights. Last but not least, the sudden arrival of generative artificial intelligence, exemplified by ChatGPT, has brought a new realization of the potentially disruptive power and safety concerns of these new technologies. When combined with the explosion in the adoption of intelligence machines, we find ourselves in the midst of a revolution that has the potential of affecting the way society and production is organized, and most importantly, who we are as humans. These developments bring new challenges to the promise of humanity's scientific, technological, and sustainable progress of the past decades. It is indeed a brand new world which you, the younger generations, will inherit, together with the responsibility of steering it towards a world of peace and progress for all humanity. As graduate of John Cabot University, you have acquired the skills and tools to contribute to that effort. You have been immersed in the spirit of the liberal arts education, with its emphasis on critical thinking, on mental agility, on assuming responsibility for one's thoughts, the elegant articulation of those thoughts in writing and speaking, as well as the need to acquire an understanding of nature and society through scientific examination. An education that, while preparing you for continuous studies or successful professional careers, and instilling skills and passion for lifelong learning, has nurtured an enthusiasm for engaged citizenship, absorbed in promoting free and democratic communities, and valuing civic engagement. I strongly believe that all these qualities have been amplified in the special international setting of John Cabot University, which brings together unique students from more than 70 countries. It is in this diverse and inclusive international environment, in this global agora, that you have learned to appreciate the value of other cultures, of all cultures, and to realize that no group holds ownership of truth. Dear class of 2023, as you complete this journey and prepare to continue your academic career in prestigious graduate programs, or start working in companies and organizations around the world, it is time to turn your minds and hearts to those who shared in your toils and successes. First and foremost, your families, who gave you with love the support to realize your dreams. Your friends, who share with you the hard times and the good times, and were a home away from home. Friendships that often last a lifetime. And last but not least, your professors, who so generously guided you in your quest for knowledge and gave you the tools to build on it. Class of 2023, you are graduating from a strong university with a dynamic present and an ambitious future. Take strength from the realization that you have reached an important milestone that shows you are capable of patience, hard work, and determination. It proves you're able to commit to a goal. It shows you know how to play the game fairly and finish what you start, even when it is difficult. We are proud to see you spread into all corners of the world. We will keep you in our hearts, and John Cabot will always be your home, a place to which you may always return, and a place that I hope and I'm sure you will never forget. Class of 2023, on behalf of all those present here today, and with great affection and pride, I congratulate you on your great achievement, and I wish you all the best of luck and a happy and fulfilling life. Ad Maiora. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased and honored to present the Vice Chair of John Cabot University's Board of Trustees, Dr. Portia Prebys.
Grazie. President Pavoncello, Dr. Druk, Dr. Haney, fellow colleagues, graduates, students, parents, and guests. Good afternoon to everyone here with us in the Eternal City today, and welcome to this ceremony. Very special and heartfelt greetings from the Board of Trustees of John Cabot University go to all of the members of the graduating classes this year from over 30 nations worldwide. The Board of Trustees wants you to know that we all believe in you because you have believed in yourself along every step of the long road to reach this most important personal milestone. John Cabot University has offered you a broad, well-planned, and nuanced academic experience, and you have made it your own through your resilience, discipline, and dedication. As graduates, your integrity and analytical acumen, a delicate balance of fine-tuned abilities and skills, are by now admired and respected, along with your boundless empathy as broad-minded young people. Already today, you constitute a community of leaders. You are capable of spotlighting solutions towards a better future for everyone. You have a limitless potential to create positive change in the world. With creativity and intellectual skills you possess, you will be capable of making good, sound decisions for yourself and others, and can work toward both short and long-term goals in any and every field of your choice, which can and will make a profound difference for the future of everyone here. We all know that the best educated individuals are those who are able to break a complex problem down to first principles, strip away the noise, reduce an issue to its essence, and then find the solution. These skills you each possess today, and this, in short, is your future responsibility as fully prepared citizens for many tomorrows. You all possess the pragmatism required to exercise power and leadership, to build broad alliances that facilitate and permit dialogue with the forces around you. To choose the path of hope and opportunity takes immense courage, and we believe that each of you possesses that courage and will choose the universal path of hope and opportunity. You graduates are the institutional treasure that John Cabot University is entrusting to the world today, and we are doing so willingly, knowing full well that each of you possesses the inner strength and formal academic skills to continue to create, inspire, and maintain a world full of truth, beauty, and goodness. Future biography and history are yours now to make and to record for worldwide posterity. Thank you very much for your attention.
It is a great pleasure to introduce to you our 2023 commencement speaker, Dr. David Haney, President of Hiram College of Ohio. A graduate of Macalester College, President Haney holds an MA and a PhD in English from the State University of New York at Buffalo. Dr. Haney has a decades-long career in higher education. He was for 12 years a faculty member at Auburn University in Alabama, where he also served as Director of Undergraduate Studies and then Director of Graduate Studies for an English department with over 100 faculty members. He served as chair of the English department at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, and was then promoted to Vice Provost for undergraduate education before becoming Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty at Emory and Harry College in Southwest Virginia, from where he went to serve as President of Centenary College. Dr. Haney then went on to become President of Hiram College, an institution whose vision and courage was essential to the birth of John Cabot University. A fine scholar, Dr. Haney has published in the area of British Romantic poetry and on the relations between interpretation and ethics. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming President David Haney.
Thank you very much, and let me thank President Pavancello, Father Lufrani, Dr. Prebis, and also Dr. Drucke and Dr. Stefano Arnone, who's going to be up here later on doing the real work of handing you out your degrees. Also, Vice President Mary Merva, and the trustees, administration, faculty, staff, and especially the students of John Cabot University for the honor of representing Hiram College today and the deep connections between our two institutions. I also want to give a special shout out to Jacqueline Maggie, who's been corresponding with me since, I think, February or March. Without her expertise, we probably would not have actually gotten here. And I'm really very honored to be speaking, as President Pavancello said, one of the top American universities in Europe. In fact, one thing he told me, which is very impressive, is that even the French think that this is one of the top American universities in Europe. And you know, as I look out at these students, I think, boy, if I could get you together with some Hiram students, you would have a lot to talk about, because even though you know, we are joined at our founding as two institutions, but what you're doing here is very similar, and very similar values to what we're doing at Hiram. So one of these days, we'll get you all together. And one of the things that, and actually I was just going to start this speech actually by saying what he said, and just sit down, because you know, he actually said a lot of things that I think are absolutely, you know, true for me too, in terms of what I believe about higher education and what Hiram College believes. But I was thinking on the plane over here that you know, the movement within 50 years from a tiny 31 student 2-year college, right, that was being given degrees by a little college in northeast Ohio, is now grown to this magnificent, huge European American university. And in academic terms, I mean, 50 years is a very short time. I mean, we're still dressing like it was 900. So, you know, in 50 years, that's a very, very short time, and a real tribute to what John Cabot has brought to international education. And I want to talk a little bit about international education because it's absolutely essential to the survival of everything from civil discourse to the future of the planet itself. Particularly in the US, too many people grow up in one place, one information bubble. Now you'd think that the vast resources of information available on any smartphone and with AI, as President Pavancello said, would expose us to multiple perspectives, but the effect has actually been the exact opposite. Most of us choose to listen to only what we agree with, and Google happily and very profitably obliges through algorithms that give us exactly and only what we want. President Pavancello, we had a great Zoom recently, told me of a statement made by Paul Frohring, one of the founders of John Cabot, major benefactor of both John Cabot and Hiram. I mean, none of us would be here without the wonderful Frohring family. And that was this: we have to put an international horizon in the minds of our students. And horizon is the perfect word here, because when we look out at the horizon, I can't quite see it from here, but we're seeing both what we share with other viewers and what's determined by our own individual position. You know, you have your own horizon. Nobody else sees the horizon exactly the way you do. But an international horizon makes us aware of both universals that cross or should cross cultural boundaries, think universal human rights, and how, for better and worse, our view is always conditioned by our own cultural perspective. And two brief anecdotes from my own experience illustrate this point. When I was an exchange student in Scotland in the early 1970s, which dates me, doesn't it? I said something. I don't remember what I said, but I thought it was just a statement of the obvious. And, you know, at the age of 20, 22, whatever I was, you think everything you say is absolutely true and obvious. Not you, but I was that way in 1970. And then one of my Scottish friends just looked at me and said, "That's a typical American thing to say." And I just said, "What?" You know, for the first time, I recognized that many of the things I took as universal truths were instead tied to my very narrow American perspective. But there's the other side of it, too, about international education as helping you recognize what's universal. And I'll give you kind of an odd anecdote about this, because one of the things that President Pavancello did not mention in my biography is that I spent a year as a street singer in Germany, Straßenmusiker, and playing very distinctive American forms of music, bluegrass and old-time country. And I remember once I found myself in a late-night jam session playing with musicians from England, Ireland, Germany, Hungary, and a few other countries, all playing their own traditions, and we had no problem communicating in what really is the universal language of music. But universals and individual perspectives can't be separated, and there's no sense, this may sound a little weird, but there's no sense in trying to eliminate individual prejudices in favor of the universal. And to borrow a concept from one of my favorite German philosophers, Hans-Georg Gadamer, prejudice really means prejudgment. And without prejudging a situation, you could never understand it. If you walked into a room without the prejudgment of what a room was, you wouldn't know where you were. So the point is not to eliminate your individual horizon and prejudgments, but to expand them. Make your bubble as expansive and as inclusive as you can. So what does all this mean for the liberal arts? A concept important, very important, both here and at Hiram. Well, like everything else, that's a concept that has been fully weaponized in the United States, at least. In fact, I was an administrator in North Carolina working on liberal arts kinds of things, and a parent came up to me and said, "Liberal arts, when are you all going to start teaching the conservative arts up there at the college?" Obviously, you know, liberal means something different than what the original term liberal arts, which has to do with freedom, meant. And I've actually had some of my own trustees who received a good liberal arts education, many of them at Hiram, say that being a liberal arts education institution means that all perspectives should be valued equally. I say no to this. Although every perspective needs to be carefully considered, every perspective needs to earn the right to be taken seriously as it's tested against the horizon of facts and values. And that's what a liberally educated citizen needs the courage to do. On one hand, there's the test of facts to be passed. You cannot legitimately argue that the world is flat, that the climate is not changing, or that the 2020 US presidential election was stolen by some gremlins inside voting machines, because the facts actually say otherwise. And as students, you well know, if you make an argument without evidence or that goes completely contrary to the facts, what kind of grade are you going to get? It's not going to be a good one. But there's also a test of ethics. For example, it's not legitimate to argue that certain groups of people should be eliminated, or that economic prosperity for some should occur at the expense of others. The Jewish-Lithuanian philosopher Emanuel Levinas, another one of my favorite philosophers, and most of his family was killed in the Holocaust, he takes us back to the essential ethics of our individual horizon when he says, all thought should begin with the ethical. For him, this means that we need to approach every person as someone who always exceeds our horizon. We always think we have other people figured out, but Levinas teaches that to box someone into our own inevitably narrow understanding of them leads to violence. He was talking about the Holocaust. It leads up to and including the violence of genocide. Also, if any of you are ever going to have a lifelong partnership, this is really important to learn, that the person that you're living with, as I've lived with Lisa Baldwin now for 32 years, she's sitting over there, if you think you've got your partner figured out, that person may not be your partner much longer. So it's important to think about. And I know these are the kind of tough questions that Hiram students grapple with, and I'm sure there have been many late-night conversations at John Cabot about these things too. And you've been told, I think, I'll be the third person up here to tell you that it's your responsibility to change the world. Probably getting a little tired of that. First of all, it's totally unfair. I mean, because my generation has given you a world that needs changing, right? But I'm going to ask you 4 questions, because I think these are 4 questions. These are questions I ask of students when they're about to enter college, but they're really good to think about now too, because you're still on a path of learning. And you know, you're inheriting a world that you need to do a better job than we had. Now, you're going to live longer, of course. Some of you, if things keep going the way they are, will have another 100 years to do this. So you do have time, more time than we had. But your preparation in a truly international situation equips you better than most to do this. So here are my 4 questions. Number 1, what kind of world do you want to live in? Just think about that for a minute. Just think, what kind of world do you want to live in? As you're graduating from college, this is a good thing to think about. You probably have some ideas about that. Number 2, what needs to change in order for that world to come into being? Okay? What kinds of changes need to happen to make the world the place that you want to live in? Okay, number 3, this is where it gets personal. What part of that change do you want to be? What part of that change do you want to take on? What part of that change do you want to be a real part of? So what part of the change do you want to take on in order to make the change that needs to happen in the world so it can be a better place for you to live? And then the last one, and I tell the entering students, this is where we come in, what do you need to learn in order to take on your part of the change that will bring a better world into being? And you've already learned a lot here, and I can tell you, I can just sense that most of your learning has not taken place by sitting in a chair listening to some old guy lecture at you, right? This really is not good pedagogy, what we do here, but hey, give us a break. You know, this is what we do in these situations. But that's where lifelong learning comes in. Don't ever think, I always tell people when they come back to alumni weekend and say, oh, my college years were the best years of my life. You know what my response to that is? I'm sorry we failed you. Because the best years of your life should be the years that are to come. John Cabot should have prepared you, I'm sure did prepare you. Hiram should prepare our graduates to get happier and happier. I went to McAllister. I was prepared for that. I am much happier now at the age of than I was at than I was at the age of 22, because I've gotten happier and happier as my life goes on. That's really what I wish for you as well. Now, you're also going to encounter situations that may completely shatter your previous plans and lead you down a path you never thought of. Okay? You may have your life all planned out. You know, I'm going to maybe go into a business and I'm going to do this, and by the time I'm 30, I'll have this. By the time I'm 40, I'll have that. That probably won't happen. So pay attention to those experiences. For example, this is what happened to me. I earned a PhD in English literature, and I expected to spend my career thinking deep thoughts about poetry. I had absolutely no interest in being an administrator. Those in the academic world, those are people who have gone to the dark side. I'm sure you've heard, any administrator here has heard that expression, I'm sure. Then I got a job teaching at a prep school outside Boston, very progressive. And through a series of accidents, in a couple of years, I found myself part of a team running the school. Well, guess what? This was much more intellectually challenging, fulfilling, and fun than focusing solely on those deep thoughts about poetry. Being able to go to work every day, hang out with really smart people, and come up with ways to serve students turned out to be the best job in the world for me, and I'm still doing it 40 years later. I also had the great fortune to meet the aforementioned Lisa Baldwin. Wave your hand there, Lisa, come on. You know what her title is at Hiram? Because she refuses to be called the First Lady. Her title is Presidential Spouse and College Mom. And the students actually gave her that title. So my wish for you is that you ended up in a place like that. Don't let your college years be the best years of your lives. John Cabot prepared you to do better. So I am going to leave you, though, with poet William Wordsworth's confrontation with the excitement of an unknown future full of promise, not unlike your own. This is from book 1 of his autobiographical poem, The Prelude. He had just left London, so pretend you're in English class here for just a moment. He had just left London after several years and was settling into the Lake District of England. And in this passage, he's revising John Milton's lines from the end of Paradise Lost, when Adam and Eve were exiled from paradise and the world was all before them. That's kind of a depressing ending to Paradise Lost. But Wordsworth strikes a much happier note. This is what he says. The earth was all before me. With a heart joyous, nor scared at its own liberty, I look about. And should the chosen guide be nothing better than a wandering cloud, I cannot miss my way. Okay, so I did sneak in some poetry there. But don't be afraid of your heart's liberty and trust those wandering clouds. So 40 years is a long time to do this, and I probably won't be doing it a whole lot longer because there are some other wandering clouds that Lisa and I plan to follow. But the opportunity to help celebrate John Cabot's 50th anniversary with you and to honor this long and deep connection which will continue between John Cabot and Hiram is really one of the greatest honors I've had near the end of this 40-year journey. So thank you.
David Haney, scholar, academic administrator, and leader, your 30-year career in higher education administration and outstanding contributions to the growth of the institutions you have served sets a shining example of commitment to the values and principles of academia, and it is an inspiration for all of us. For all your achievements, by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, and grant to you all the rights and privilege that pertain therein. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And now, the hood.
Thank you.
There we go.
You have much fancier diplomas than we do. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It is a great pleasure to introduce to you our second distinguished honoree, Dr. Louise Druck. Born in Germany, Dr. Druck is a scholar and practitioner of international relations. She holds, among others, a Doctor of Philosophy from the University of Hanover, an MPA from Harvard University, an LLM from Brussels University, an MA in European Studies from the University of Nice in France, and honorary doctorate from Schumann University. For more than 3 decades, Dr. Druck has headed offices and mission of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees in Europe, Southeast Asia, and Central Asia, Latin America, and Africa, including major humanitarian operations in Namibia, Honduras, Kazakhstan, and Bulgaria. During and after her work for the United Nations, Dr. Druck found the time to lecture in many prestigious universities, including the European Institute, Boston University, and the Kennedy School at Harvard University and MIT. Dr. Druk, please stand. Distinguished scholar and practitioner of international relations, you have contributed for decades to the dissemination of knowledge about human rights and refugee matters, and have at the same time led several major efforts by the UNHCR in bringing relief to the populations of major areas of conflict. For all your achievements, by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of International Affairs honoris causa and grant to you all the rights and privileges that pertain therein. Congratulations. Yes. Yeah. Let's try to get this straight. Okay. There we go. And you will have to, maybe. Okay. You will have to adjust it afterwards. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, President Pavoncello, President Haney, Father Ricardo, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty and administration, members of the Alumni Association, and all those who made this historic 50th anniversary events happening so beautifully. Distinguished guests, very proud parents, and even prouder GCU graduates of 2023. Buongiorno a tutti. My deepest thanks for this prestigious honorary degree. GCU is one of the finest universities in the world, and indeed, this is a great honor, particularly as it comes during the university's 50th anniversary degree. Thank you. Today is a day of joy for you, the class of 23. Graduating the year of GCU's 50th anniversary. My very warm congratulations to all of you from the bottom of my heart. You have been enriched by precious companionship with and affection for your school and your classmates forever, wherever you go. I was asked to just say a few words of the experience in the field, so just a few remarks to accompany you on your way towards your new life from my 50 years. These are exciting and inspiring days for you, as it was for me 50 years ago, after my studies at the Sorbonne, a few months in Chile, up to the military coup in September 73. This resulted in my volunteering to help Chilean refugees arriving in Germany in 73. This experience changed my life completely. From teaching, I decided to work in human rights and international justice. First with Amnesty International, the University of Hanover helping with family reunification, education as an instructor of German as a second language for Chilean and other refugees and migrants. Then from 77 on in the office of the High Commissioner for Refugees, serving 16 missions. And from 2007 with Harvard University and other universities today. So volunteering, work, lifelong learning, and enthusiasm bring me here to this present day to you. having been fortunate to realize my dreams and my passion, being paid for what I do and love most, helping others. What are some of these lessons learned of these 50 years? Conviction and courage to build bridges between totally opposed interlocutors. As I did in Chile. 10 years after the refugees arrived in Chile, I was posted as the representative of the UN High Commissioner for Refugees in Santiago, in the middle of the regime of Pinochet, who had persecuted and tortured thousands and thousands of people. And those who had fled the country automatically had been placed on the blacklist, prohibited to return. And those who are a little interested in human rights, you know from the Declaration on Human Rights, there is the right to leave and to return one's country. And it was a rather unorthodox task for the UN High Commissioner for Refugees to negotiate with the regime on behalf of those Chileans in 40 asylum countries around the world who wanted to go back despite the fact that Pinochet was still there. But in the end, with the human rights organizations' support, we managed to get an official confirmation of the regime that those people who are not figuring in the list have no impediments to return, which turned the Chilean exile from 150,000 to 4,000 who needed still permission to return. Of course, it didn't finish the exile psychologically, but it started to end the exile in legal terms for about 150,000 people. The next was creativity and diplomacy, which you all has learned here too. I was in Singapore, first in Southeast Asia, Kuala Lumpur, then Singapore. And as you remember, in the height in 79, we had 50,000 people being swamped on the beaches. And Singapore would not accept any refugees unless they were guaranteed resettlement within 3 months. For American ships, German ships, French ships, no problem. But then some Singaporean ships came, Soviet ships, Vietnamese ships, and they couldn't be disembarked. So I went to see the Belgian ambassador in Singapore, and I asked him for visas, and I got a pool of 200 visas, and then Belgium would guarantee, and we would send them somewhere else, and in the end, headquarters took up this initiative, and we could save 67,000 people with this particular initiative. Learning to be a good listener and close my mouth and open my ears and only say something if I have to say something and bring to the table in difficult negotiations. That happened to be in Honduras, where the government wanted to relocate 30,000 people away from the Salvadorian border within the territory. And the refugees said, not over our dead body. And we negotiated that the relocation would not take place, and we saved a bloodbath, thanks to negotiations, learning to be a good listener. President Pavoncello mentioned Namibia. Passion and persistence to overcome obstacles, even in the face of adversity, in the face of wars. There it was a question in '89 to bring about 40,000 Namibians who were in refugee camps in the south of Angola towards Luanda back home to Namibia through the fire lines. And we managed to get them through. And they could go and vote and set up their independent state. Dear graduates, you have proven yourselves as promising young people from all over the world at this marvelous GCU. You will encounter and help tear down walls in people's mind that cause ignorance and narrow-mindedness. They exist in all people, in family members, as well as between groups, within societies, between people of all walks of life. Try to view the world through the eyes of others. Respect other people's history, traditions, religion, identity, human rights. Take a moment to stop if you need to collect yourself in a difficult situation. Be still. Just think and pause, because it will make people surprised and they wonder what you're up to. And you just stay calm. Your future is in your own hands. The only limits to your success will yourself. You will handle opportunities and confront the risk information technology, artificial intelligence will throw your way. Remember that freedom cannot be taken for granted, and openness and innovations involve risk as much as opportunities. But you, as GCU graduates, you do not want easy challenges. You are going to head them on. I am grateful for the privilege to have served in times of peace without fear or hunger for the last 50 years. However, prosperity and well-being cannot be taken for granted. But GCU equipped you well to find your path and building bridges over troubled waters. Dear graduates, how you handle these opportunities and challenges will be largely upon your generation as graduates. You are the ones who will be involved in deciding how to work, communicate, move around, and interact in life. You as individuals within institutions, governments, or private sectors have the power to step up, courageously act, so that walls collapse and dictatorships disappear. To summarize, freedom cannot be taken for granted. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Democracy is not a spectator sport. It is for individuals and democratic governments to support. Without peace and security, neither international nor local development is sustainable. You can find the case studies on these country operations and others which I mentioned in my book, my last book, presented at Harvard under the title, Refugees Are Human Rights Violations Made Visible. If you want to look at it, available in YouTube. Therefore, build on your social, emotional, and functional capital, Robert Putnam, and skills. My humble experience tells me that one can always do something, small or big, with a cool mind and a warm heart. Let me end with the word of President John F. Kennedy 60 years ago. Do not ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So perhaps as a cosmopolitan citizen of the world, perhaps consider asking yourself, what can I do for humanity? President Kennedy created the Peace Corps for young volunteers to work in concrete assistance projects, peace and understanding in developing countries. So, to conclude, voluntary work and working in the areas you are most interested in may well get you to do what you love for your own good and that of humanity. Carpe diem e arrivederci Roma.
Thank you very much, Dr. Druk, for your inspiring words. And now it is time for the valedictorian. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce to the class of 2023 Irene Palermo, our 2023 valedictorian. She didn't study very much while at John Cabot University. As a matter of fact, she's graduating only with a 4 GPA. How disappointing. She's graduating in English literature with a minors in creative writing and communication. During her time at JCU, she was the student representative for the English department, published several poems in international journals, shot her first documentary, and combined her two greatest passions, cinema and writing, while doing an independent study in screenwriting sponsored by the university. Irene is currently enrolled in a master's program in film production and screenwriting at Sapienza University in Rome, determined to pursue a career as a professional screenwriter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the dais and to her speech our 2023 valedictorian, Irene Palermo.
I'm not shaking, I just love public speaking. Good evening, everyone, especially the class of 2023. Welcome to the final show. It is an honor and a great pleasure to graduate during the 50-year jubilee of our John Cabot University. On behalf of the graduating class of 2023, I would like to extend our gratitude to every single individual who works for JCU and makes it the spectacular place it is. Our Board of Trustees, our President, Franco Pavoncello, our administration, our Dean of Academic Affairs, Stefano None, our outstanding faculty members, and our dedicated and wonderful staff. And last, but not least, to our dear families and friends who have been our sustenance through these very important years of our lives. Grazie mamma e papà, grazie Luca, perché senza di voi qui non sarei questa sera. Grazie Mary Scout, perché senza la vostra amicizia questi anni non sarebbero stati gli stessi, e grazie al Dipartimento di Letteratura Inglese, siete fantastici. I'm sure when you read the valedictorian's name a few days ago, many of you must have wondered, who is this? And I don't blame you. I've asked myself these questions many times these past years. Let's just say that I've always been an imaginative child with a not-so-healthy obsession with romance novels and One Direction. I graduated in English literature and am currently enrolled in a master's program in film production and screenwriting, which means that I have willingly committed myself to spend the rest of my life dealing with stories. Each of our lives is a story in which a hero goes on an adventure, learns a lesson, wins a victory with that newfound knowledge, and returns home transformed. Standing here this evening as an Italian with no English-speaking parents and be graduating from an American university was not easy. My story, however, is not special, for each single one of you here today has a story to tell, and a story is still to be written. One of the first things they teach you in a writing class is something called the hero's journey, a standard narrative archetype theorized by Joseph Campbell in The Hero with a Thousand Faces. Its steps are grouped into three main categories: departure, initiation, and return. The hero is leaving the so-called ordinary world when they receive the call to adventure. Usually the hero is unsure of following this call, but then is helped by a mentor figure who convinces them to follow the call. Does any of this sound familiar? I'm sure that many of us were unsure about coming here to study, but hey, studying in the heart of Rome didn't sound so bad. Staying true to our university's motto, Explorando Excello, namely excel by exploring, Campbell tells us that the hero then enters a special world. Just like our dear Giovanni Caboto, who boarded a ship ready to sail to still unexplored seas, so did we the moment we entered at John Cabot University. Once on the journey, the hero must go through a series of tests to begin their transformation. Again, does any of this sound familiar? How can we forget the emotional damage the Moodle and Turnitin did to us? Now, it is our time to cross the fine line between the special world of John Cabot and the ordinary world outside. You know, it's not the same as it was, but that's okay, because, long story short, we survived. As you enter this new chapter of your lives, don't let anyone lock you into their fixed narrative, much less yourself. It's hard to follow all the twists and turns of a movie's plot, so imagine trying to do that with your life. The road of life is not a straight line, but a circle, and it feels very much like driving a scooter on San Pietrini in Rome. It's a bumpy road, but just the view is great. This is not the time for any would've, could've, should've. This is the time to jump in feet first, even if it means landing too hard. This is our time to keep trying, to keep our heads held high, and it is the journey that is our story. But for tonight, let's focus on the now. So do me a favor, take the moment and taste it. It is special. You know, when I sat down to write this speech, I couldn't help but think back to memorable graduation moments from movies. How can we repair all the damage we inherited? Lelena Praise in Reality Bites asks. Fellow graduates, the answer is simple. The answer is, I don't know. But if I'm sure of anything when it comes to our generation, the class of 2023, it is this. Not only we will fix some of that damage, but we'll do it our way. We'll do it right, and we'll be all right. Thank you.
You want your medal? Aspetta in questo segno. And now I would like to invite Dean Stefano Arnone to the podium to confer the degrees of our class of 2023.
Thank you, professors, for your dedication to the education of the class of 2023. President Pavoncello, on behalf of the university faculty, I certify these candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, Bachelor of Arts in History, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Italian Studies, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, and recommend that those degrees now be conferred. Let's begin, shall we? Master of Arts, Nadia Apa, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Emily Francis Baker, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Carly Ann Craig, Master of Arts in Art History. Georgian Cushmore, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Aishe Nazli Ezen, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Elisaveta Lovoba, Master of Arts in Art History. Mo McGee, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Karen Joy Melander, Master of Arts in Art History. Sierra Alexis Merli, Master of Arts in Art History. Natalina Edward Mu, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Lea Ramashwamy, Master of Arts in Art History. Madeline Naomi Stearns, Master of Arts in Art History. Now the Associate of Arts. Julian Alexander Franco, Associate of Arts in International Affairs. Emily Piffrer, Associate of Arts in International Business. John Alexander Russo III, Associate of Arts in International Business in absentia. Beatrice Maria Vio Grandis, Associate of Arts in Communications. And now the Bachelor of Arts. Fesar Abatzi, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Madi Akhmejanov, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Claire Marie Anderson, Bachelor of Arts in History, minor in Humanistic Studies. Christiana Nicole Anderson, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science in absentia. Lorenzo Angeloni, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Marketing. Rebecca Angiolini, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing, cum laude. Yulia Antonova, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Communication, summa cum laude. Ana Sofia Aviles Ramirez, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, we're not done yet, minors in Business Administration and Economics. Samba Aruna Balde, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in International Affairs in absentia. Beatrice Balzano, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design. Edoardo Barboni, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, in absentia. Francesca Barone, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Art and Design, summa cum laude. Kathleen Adele Barre-Goulion, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minors in Communications and International Affairs. Tommaso Bartolini, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology. Terenzio Battistelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Art and Design and Entrepreneurship, Art and Humanities, magna cum laude. Luca Beccato, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, cum laude. Lavinia Bellisio, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude. Luna Bellitto, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Simone Berti, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Edoardo Biagini, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Lucio Antonio Bianchi, Bachelor of Arts in History, magna cum laude. Eden Binjaku, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minors in Art and Design and Classical Studies, cum laude. Paolo Biondo, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, magna cum laude. Azzurra Bisciardi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Sara Borelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, cum laude. Elisa Bottero, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Communications. Vanessa Braun, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Italian Studies. Margherita Brunetti, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Anna Marie Buhmann, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Psychology, cum laude. Claudio Buratti, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude in absentia. Victoria Emily Burns, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, in absentia. Giorgia Carvaresi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Entrepreneurship Social Innovation, summa cum laude. Eleonora Lucia Cammarano, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Philosophy. Lucia Canepa Sobrino, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Philosophy, in absentia. Maria Carimini, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Marketing. Sofia Caruso, Bachelor of Arts in Communications and Marketing. Barbara Casciano, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, magna cum laude. Ludovica Castellana, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Julissa Raquel Castro Ruiz, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minors in Communications and Creative Writing, cum laude. Justin Gabriele Caterina, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minors in Communications and Psychology, summa cum laude. Giulio Cattapan, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Elena Cecamore, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Psychology. Federica Ceccarelli, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Marco Chen, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration. Gabriele Ciotola, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Art and Design and Art History, in absentia. Micaiah Nicole Colquitt, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Devon Lee Cook, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, in absentia. Sergio Crescenzi, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Emma Maria Crovetto, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, cum laude. Mary Rose Curran, Bachelor of Arts in Italian Studies, summa cum laude. Aurora Carmela De Santis, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Chiara Del Prete, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Giorgia Del Prete, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration. Antea Di Legge, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minors in International Affairs and Mathematics, magna cum laude. Lisa Di Sabatino, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design, cum laude. Katarina Jorovic, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Italian Studies, magna cum laude. Adele Donnarumma, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude. Emily Jean Donovan, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Lea Dufork, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minors in History and Legal Studies. Federico Efrati, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Nada Wael Shireen El-Kadi, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, minor in Business Administration, cum laude. Cinzia Stephanie Falconi, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Psychology, cum laude. Martina Fasoli, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration. Giugio Maskel Ferreira, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration, cum laude. Anna Marie Keeley Ferris, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Art History, summa cum laude. Alessandra Miranda Filippi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Alice Finno, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in International Affairs, summa cum laude. Francesca Francescangeli, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Emanuele Galli, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Pietro Eduardo Terto Garciera, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Carola Gatti, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Giacomo Alberto Gironi, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology. Edoardo Giudici Saraval, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Giorgia Agnecchi, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Antonia Marie Gomez, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Valentina Gozzi, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Carolina Granacci, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minors in Communications and Marketing, magna cum laude. Catherine Grieco, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, cum laude, in absentia. Michael Patrick Hammerschlag Pardini, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Federica Annuna, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration, cum laude. Margaret Louise Henry, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies, minors in Art History and History, cum laude. Kobe Trenton Hobbs, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology, magna cum laude. Addison K. Holloman, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, magna cum laude. Diana Olovchenko, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs. Jessica Darby Hood, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design, in absentia. Enza Chiara Iavazzo, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Nicole Nikolaeva Leva, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Philosophy, cum laude. Vanessa Adina Itzkovic, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies. Katia Ivanishvili, Bachelor of Arts in Art History. Catherine Ann Jacobs, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, minor in Humanistic Studies. Nicole Caroline Johnson, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in History and Psychology. Lucas Andrew Johnson Julio, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, in absentia. Khaled Karri, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Communications. Daria Kononenko, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Art and Design, cum laude. Yanno Koyumjan, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Daria Kozlova, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Humanistic Studies, magna cum laude, in absentia. Alexander Charles Chris, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minor in Philosophy, magna cum laude. Letizia Daniela Francesca Lasorte, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Claudia Lanterna, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Business Administration. Lindsay Reed Lavington, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing, cum laude in absentia. Giulia Leo, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Classical Studies, summa cum laude. Annalisa Lett, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Business Administration and Psychology. Marica Loffreda, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, magna cum laude. Arianna Lopez, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Communications, magna cum laude. Valentina Lopez Hangel, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Thomas Carlo Loind, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Angelica Luzzi, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Business Administration and Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Gabriele Maggi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Costanza Mancuso, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Art and Design and Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, magna cum laude. Giorgia Mares, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude. Assunta Mareschi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude in absentia. Marina Martellotta, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, magna cum laude. Alejandro Martinez Ladrón de Guevara, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minors in Economics and International Affairs. Marta Masciarelli, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, minor in Communications. Claudia Mastrocesare, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Joshua Lawrence McSood, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs. Rosanna Menduni De Rossi, Bachelor of Arts in History. Jacopo Menichincheri, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics, cum laude. Matteo Giuliano Micucci, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, in absentia. Angelo Mioni, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Art and Design. Francesca Mirabile, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, summa cum laude, in absentia. Sabrina Mirizio, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing, minor in Psychology, summa cum laude. Francesco Chiara Moccia, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, magna cum laude. Elisabetta Maria Moretti, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minors in International Affairs and Mathematics, magna cum laude. Lauren Grace Muller, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minors in Communications and Marketing. Nael Murad, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs. Roberta Napodano, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Priscilla Noia, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Marketing and Psychology. Aurora Olivola, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Vivian Angelique Edwina Ortega, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minors in Art and Design, Creative Writing and Psychology, cum laude in absentia. Chan Ibrahim Ozdemir, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Riccardo Pagliara, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing. Irene Palermo, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minors in Communications and Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Emanuele Pampanini, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Chiara Panini, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration, in absentia. Francesca Papalia, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Business Administration, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Santina Paresi, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minors in Communications and Creative Writing, cum laude. Luisa Perozzeni, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, magna cum laude. Giulia Petroni, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Legal Studies and Psychology, summa cum laude. Maria Stella Pifferi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Entrepreneurship, Art and Humanities, cum laude. Kayla Jean Pitt, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Lorenzo Polverari, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Gender Studies, summa cum laude. Sophie Popa Goncalves, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology. Luisa Porzio, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs. Matilde Pozzato, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Alida Primerano, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, magna cum laude. Lucas Simon Probst, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, cum laude. Ruta Pugule, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Political Science, cum laude. Sofia Bianca Radke, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, cum laude. Yusla Rahimi, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, minor in Political Science, in absentia. Muelin Jose Ramos Yetzko, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, cum laude. Camilla Rapone, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, magna cum laude. Ilenia Reale, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration, summa cum laude. Okay. Bianca Maria Rinchiuso, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration. Lindsay Amoruso Rippert, Bachelor of Arts in Communications and Political Science, minor in Gender Studies, magna cum laude. Emily Grace Rooney, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Art and Design, cum laude in absentia. Maisie Nell Rowley, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Creative Writing. Tamara Schwab Perez, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics in absentia. Elettra Scianetti, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Ilenia Scipioni, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude. Moya Amit Seneb, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, minor in Humanistic Studies. Yashashwi Shahi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, cum laude. Martina Simeoni, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Courtney Nicole Smith, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Communications and Legal Studies. Anais Tana, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics in absentia. Mustafa Hassan Firas Tlas, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Philosophy. Miriam Todaro, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude. Anthony Tricarico, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in International Affairs, magna cum laude. Joele Usai, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship. Luca Van Riet, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance. Ginevra Varallo, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Business Administration and Economics. Martina Ventrella, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Francesco Vigilante, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship, Social Innovation. Miriam Paola Villacres Endara, Bachelor of Arts in Communications and History, magna cum laude. Bianca Maria Villalvazzo, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Emanuela Viradecha, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Alessia Luisa Vitiello, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Psychology, magna cum laude. Simone Vitobello, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Communications. Ethan James Watson, Bachelor of Arts in History, minor in Classical Studies, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Viercigroch, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Sofia Aleli Zepeda Shepek, Bachelor of Arts in Art History. Arianna Zomparelli, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in History and Legal Studies, cum laude. Thank you, everybody.
So, the ceremony is about to conclude. I ask you all to remain seated so to allow the presidential party to leave the ceremony. Class of 2023, take charge. Be assured of your qualities. Be brave and resolute. Face the world with compassion and optimism. Always keep faith in your work and keep us in your heart. By a vote of the faculty and the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of John Cabot University, I hereby confer upon you your appropriate degree with all the rights, privileges, and duties pertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2023.